G'day everyone, welcome back. We are going to outload this barley this morning and then we can shift these bins up to where the canola is. And I don't think we had a dew last night, so the boys should be able to just get serviced and get straight into harvesting. With it being harvest time, we do tend to get a few newer viewers, so welcome to all you people who might be watching this for the first time. I'm JH and this is my farm, Tom's Brook. And I just have a GoPro and I walk around and show you guys my farm essentially and show you what it's like to farm in Esperance in Western Australia. And this year's harvest, and it's a very, very good harvest for us this year. So we're all very excited for this year and how it's going. So if you are new or you've been watching a few videos, if you could just hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share it to somebody. It would really help me out. It really does help the channel grow when people share and subscribe. So if you could do that, that'd be fantastic. So just starting the fire truck so it's got enough air built up for the day and making sure that it is reliable and starts every morning. And whilst that's going, if you guys are wanting to get a Tom's Brook hat, or if you just want to support us, the Movember links are down below. We are of course doing Movember this year. I'm not sure if I'll shave this off or not. It is the 30th for me, so will I shave it on Saturday, well Friday I should say, so that I've got a clean lip to start actual Movember, or maybe I'll just keep it so it looks like it's been, you know, growing this whole time for Movember for you guys. So I might do that, who knows, I'll decide. But yes, we are doing Movember. Any donation would be much appreciated. Obviously, I'm not expecting everyone to do $250 to get a hat, but if you'd like a hat, that's what you got to do, to Tom's Brook, to Henry or myself. Henry is doing a Henry Day. If you get to his target of $2,000, he will take the camera for a day in harvest, and he'll also take a camera for a day during seeding, so you guys can see the boom spray and all that. And myself, once we hit our massive target of $60,000, I will get the moustache tattooed on me somewhere on my body. I'm a guy who doesn't have tattoos at all, so for me to get a tattoo is a massive deal. So yeah, but happy to do it because obviously I do it for prostate cancer. Henry does it for mental health. Prostate cancer is a massive thing in my family. It affects all the men over the age of 40 in my generation on the Carmody side. Everyone except for Dad has had had issues with their prostate or had it removed. So in my generation, I've got quite a few boys, and yeah, we're at risk, and yeah, it's something that we personally have to be very aware of going forward in life. And for you guys who are over 40, it is just a blood test now. So please just go and get yourself tested. It's no intrusive thing anymore. Just a simple draw of the blood, and then they let you know, and that would be greatly appreciated if you could go and do that. But any donation, guys, is much appreciated. Anyone who donates goes in the running to win the chance to win a Mallee Rural Contracting water bottle and the West air compressor that's on the back of my ute at the moment. And I've also still got a lot of Movember merch as well to give away as well. Plus we've got those Tom's Brook stickers, so I'll give them away as well to people. So yeah, if you guys could donate, that'd be much appreciated. So we're out in D block now in the canola, so we're in the Renegade, and it is going about that 2 tonne as an average, which is good. It's good to see. That's sort of what my hope was for Rhiannon and for the Renegade. There is a lot of fasciation in there though, which I'm not happy about. If I get a chance, I will go out today and I'll show you what fasciation is. It's basically a mutation in the plant, and it makes it grow flat and weird. Like when I show you it, it's really weird. So out here we had the off types, and in there it looks like off type, but it's fasciation and it's not good. I don't think I'll keep any of this seed this year. I do have, I think, a tonne left in the shed, so I'll grow that next year and get rid of it. And I don't think I'll grow Renegade again. Just not a fan of it. So, well, yeah, not a fan of that. So that's what I'll do. Boof is just rolling in the gate now, so we will get him loaded. We'll move some bins up to the bin side up there, and then we'll go service some machines. probably do a sample because I think it did do a little bit of raining last night, a little bit of drizzle, but there's no chance. I think we're going to be able to just click keys and go. I think it should be dry enough. So we do a sample just to make sure, and then the boys will all get harvesting, and we'll smash those tons off. Fueled, blown down, greased, windows are washed, and we are ready to finally get rolling. So we're still in D block. I'll see if I can, oh, the tablet's off. So we're still in D block. We've done half a D, but I'm gonna get them to start here in A block and do A. And then that way we're getting A out the way. It's a rocky paddock and it's better to do in the daytime. We're also the 2 chasers will work for the first outside lap because it's a big outside lap, and then after that I'm gonna get one of the boys to knock off because it's not worth having them both sitting out here twiddling their thumbs just because canola's a fair bit slower, that paddock's slow. Yeah, so one of the boys will knock off at one point, and yeah, that'll be the plan. You guys know how I said I'd show you fasciation? That's it right there. So it mutates the plant and does that. You get a lot of pods out the top, but no, so those ones have come through with some seed. Normally they can just fall over and just canker over and die, and then you don't get anything out of that plant. So if we were to leave it probably another couple of weeks, by the time we got back it'd be cankered over, you wouldn't get anything out of it. That's why fasciation isn't a good thing. Headers were saying, I think 6.6 on the moisture. So what's your guess? I'll say probably 6.7. I'll go slightly high. We're already on canola and away we go. It was, like I said, it was nice and dry yesterday, nice and dry last night. So there was no concern with this morning's being wet. No dew, no nothing, so it should be right as rain. Bluff is on his way back now. We're gonna head down to the barley and he's gonna do a split load. So what that means is he's going to do 1 trailer of barley and then the rest of canola. So you go to CBH, it just takes a long time. So he goes to CBH, he has to get sampled for barley, accept that, accept canola, accept that. He then weighs, he then goes and tips off the barley, he then weighs again, he then goes and tips off the canola, he then weighs again, and then he comes back. So essentially he's doing 2 loops of CBH to do the one thing, but it's what we've got to do to get this grain out, because I can't have it sitting there for, you know, however long it'll take us to finish the canola, let's say a week and a half. Yeah, it's too long for sitting in there, especially if you get rain on it. Canola is 6.6. What did I say? 6.7. Damn. And this is the handy thing with having land tracks. So you can see the boys, they're going around the outside lap, which is all the way around here. That's what they did yesterday. If I do this, then you can see the upright version. So our bins are up here, and one of the handy things is actually you can mark, on a lot of these apps you can put markers down so that you can see, hang on, you can see here they've got markers down where rocks are. So these are rocks that we need to go and pick up, all those ones there. But you can also mark, so down here, when I was showing the boys what we can do, you can mark a entrance, and then you can also draw a line on it. So you can say, right, well, I want you to, this is how you enter. So you enter like this and go down like that way. This makes it a really handy little thing for the guys to be able to visually see where they're going. You know, you can always try and explain them, all right, you're gonna go out the back, and then, but you're gonna pass a tree, and past that tree, you're going to see a little gate on your left. Turn left there, and then you're going to go past what looks like a stump. It's not a stump, but it looks like a stump. You're going to not turn there. You're going to turn at the stump, which is, you know, a little bit further, and that's on the right. Whereas, you know, this, you can just mark it, draw it. The boys can just pull it up and off they go. So Landtrax is free, guys. It's free until April. If you've got a iPhone or a Apple tablet, it's only on Apple at the moment, and you're in a header, you're in a chaser, you're just wanting to see some tracking, yeah, jump on and join. It's really easy to use, and with it being free, it gives you guys an opportunity, especially if you don't use it, or if you haven't used something like this before. It gives you an opportunity to see what it's like, see if it's a fit for you and your farm, your business, your contracting business, whatever you're doing. It's just, yeah, it's a really handy tool for being able to keep an eye on everyone, where everyone is, and yeah, track their progress. It's so hard to tell just how much barley we have in bins. It doesn't even matter if it's barley, whatever it is. His A trailer takes around that 15-16 ton. If there was 15 ton in there, we'd just go into the A trailer, but we're so unsure. We think there's going to be a little bit more. We're having to go into the dog. The dog, I think, takes about 25, maybe 30 ton. So it's going to be a pretty much empty back trailer, but there's nothing we can do about it. We need the grain out, so we're going to have to go into there. One thing I really want with my new chaser that I'm going to get is scales. And then when we load into bins, we can say, yep, PS4 has got 32 ton of barley in it. And then we can work off, all right, that was 32 at the top, and then we can try and work out how much is going out. Anyway, so we're loading the canola at the moment. So the canola is going in the front trailer, the A trailer. If we don't have enough canola here, we will, once we finish loading the barley and the dog, we'll go up to the top there where the canola is in Rhiannon. We'll top up from there and then send him on his way, and then he won't be back as quick, because it's about like doing 2 loads up at CBH. But yeah, we'll get that done. So Buff obviously didn't have enough, so we're going to go up to the other place, but we can see the boys are still doing the outside lap. See if I can get it a bit better for you. They're on their final pass now, but looks like Isaac's already had to go back and unload, and the boys are up there, and we've got Braden behind them there. And oh, hang on, there we go. And there they go, they're just roaring on up. So yeah, it's a very handy tool. You know, before this one, before we had Landtrax, the original one was AgriTrack, and then they went bust, unfortunately. And then AgScan guys, they have been around for, doing tracking now. I think this is their second harvest. They started last harvest, and we used them last harvest during seeding. And then now we're using Landtrax because it's a local farmer, like 20-minute drive, 30-minute drive that way. And it's free until April, so I can give this one a go and just see if we prefer this one, if we prefer AgScan, and then come seeding time I'll decide which one I want to go for. And the other one is that Landtrax is used in the brigades down here for fires, so we're going to, yeah, it made sense to have it on our phones and tablets ready to go, so if we went to a fire we could just light it up and off we went. But yeah, anyway, we will get up here, we'll get him sorted and gone, and then I need to fix my mount for my air compressor on the back. The bolt came out yesterday and it's flopping around everywhere, so I'm gonna see if I've got some U-bolts in the shed maybe, and I'll see if I can somehow drill a U-bolt on there. I don't know, we'll figure it out. I'm just not happy with it. It's not what the way I had it mounted. It's not ideal. What I am ending up with, if I'm doing more drilling, I'm gonna end up with more holes in my tray, more than a slice of Swiss cheese, but I guess that's what happens. Right, let me show you what's going on with my air compressor back here. So it's getting all scratched. How dare it do that? Alright, so under here, right up in there is my bolt hole, and it's missing the bolt in there. Not that you can see that. I'll fold it down and show you what I did with it. So down here you've got the rubber feet. It was sort of all I could get to do. I'm gonna need 2 hands to do this. It's the only sort of mounting point that I could get. I'll show you what I've got in my noggin of what I'll do. So there we go. That is what the mounting feet, and then there's a bolt hole obviously in there, and I just screwed it in like that. So that's how it was. I'm thinking what I might do is I'm going to get away from this, and I might take the whole air compressor off and just re-bolt them in naturally. And I've got some angle iron over there that I'm thinking I might just put a strip of angle iron here, bolt that into this frame here and bolt that up, and then have a bolt hole going straight down there, and then the same here. The only thing I need to watch out for is the rails, and if I can get my hand underneath. But I think I should be good on the back, and the front I'm just gonna have to squeeze my hand in and we'll make it work. And I think that's just gonna work better than what I had. I went for that option just so I wasn't going into this air compressor, but yeah, this thing's here to stay. So I will quite literally just go in the center, I think, and just a nice bit of angle iron, bolt straight through the frame, both sides, straight down we go. But first up, Starlink mount. So Dad has a Starlink Mini as well. It's currently over on his caravan where he's staying until George arrives. Still haven't heard for George's visa. We're all wondering the same thing. When's it going to happen? When's he going to get here? His partner's actually just arrived in Australia, so she's here. He's not. Yeah, we're just waiting. Nothing we can do. We're past the 4-month mark now, so we're at the 50% should have been approved by now, so we're hoping that his is very shortly because we're on the priority pile. Anyway, Dad's got a Starlink over there, and I was going to, well, he would like that on his, what's it called, on his header, so that the screen, so the land tracks is working, and also you can link your John Deere screen up to it as well, and then that way they're getting their shared coverage. Henry in his has got a signal booster, so his is getting signal a bit better than what Dad's is, and in Rhiannon it's undulating country and there is no signal there at all for doing anything. So quite simple. I'm going to measure it up, hopefully that's about perfect, and cut that square. Then I will drill a hole through the center, get some foam, some tailgate foam, put it around it, go out to Dad, take the bolt off the top of the roof that holds the roof on, put it on, bolt it up. Just the exact same thing that I did to the 9RX at seeding time. Starlink installed and down on Dad's header. So now I've got the air compressor off. Oh, look at that, there's a glove in there. Better get that out. Get some pliers. That distracted me. Right, so I've got the air compressor off, and now it is time for me to get it mounted up on my my ute here. And I've already cut some angle iron ready to go. So I'm going to do in 3 spots. I'm going to go like one just in there like that, and then this one is at the front, so this, sorry, at the side, so that's over there. I'm going to put it off to the side a little bit like that, because I can't go directly in the middle because there's a rail just here, so I want to get it just on the side, and then we'll be good to go. So I can put my my jigsaw puzzle back together of these things. But if we look where, so you can see where I had it bolted, so those, you know, that's quite good. But look up here what it's done to the alloy. It's done quite a shining. Even got it down to the, I don't know, the layer underneath it. So it's probably a good thing that I'm going to do it this way, strapping it down so the whole thing can move. I was never happy when I did it that I only mounted it on the side there, but I couldn't get these because there's rails in the way and I can't get my arms up there. Well, actually, there's just rails in there, so I can't actually put a bolt there. The way of doing it this way, where I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, is much better. It means that, well, why I assume this one came loose, is it was able to tilt like this, so as I'm driving along, it's just constantly vibrating, and it's vibrated that bolt out. And yeah, now we're at where we're at. So it'll be good to do it this way. I should have done it this way at the start, but I didn't want to go and drill holes through the frame of it, but it's here to stay, so I will go and drill holes through the frame of it. So we'll get back to that because Boof is on his way back. I think he might have actually just gone past the shed. The boys are smashing the hectares, so they're done all down there, and they're now on their long runs in the main piece. I give it quotes because it is a very fiddly paddock, this one. A Block has got lots of trees to go around. It's lots of short runs. You can get lost at night time, which is why we're doing it today. Also quite rocky, so the boys are, that's why they'll be slow, and yeah, but nah, they're getting it done, which is good, and that definitely is Boof. So yeah, off we go, load a truck, come back and put that air compressor back, because at the moment it's just sitting in the middle there, and if I'm not careful it'll go blah, blah, blah. And I definitely don't want to do that because it's a very nice air compressor. Took a few blood, sweat and tears, but we did get there. So we've got it bolted in 3 places, 1, 2 and 3. Now the only concern I have is because I've now bolted it to the frame of it, it doesn't have the vibration, it doesn't have the feet how it should be to, you know, soften the vibration of the machine. If you have it secured tight with the frame, cracking can occur. Because it's you know, it's a pump, it's moving, it's not ideal. But I have, so obviously I've put it on the mat, so you've got the rubber to absorb some stuff. There is still some play, so if I give it a bit of a, I can obviously move my ute with it, but there is still a bit of play, believe it or not, going left and right and up and down. So I think it should be fine, and for what I use it for, it should be good. And now the good thing is that I don't need to worry about when I start it anymore. When I was starting, I had to make sure I was dead straight pulling it because it wasn't mounted there and it could go like that. But now I can just, and away we go. So you can see, it still has got a little bit of vibration in it, you know, shock absorption, so it should be okay. I'm hoping it's all right. We're not using this 24/7, so it shouldn't be an issue. I'll let that get the full tank. No. There we go. So you can see how it's vibrating a bit. That's why you need the shock absorption through the rubber mat, the rubber feet. But hopefully with the mat and still got the shock absorbing feet on there, we should be okay. That's my hope anyway. I guess we'll find out. I'm much happier now because, I mean, like you can see, I can move my whole ute with that, which means it's secure. I can now roll my ute and that thing won't fly off, neither will that. So it is sturdy and it's not moving. I haven't had the notification from Boof yet, but yeah, he's still delivering canola. The boys are still smashing hectares. So I'm going to clean up all my crap here, get my ute ready to roll so I can go. And then, oh, my phone just vibrated. Boof just left. So off we go. We've got to get everything off, cleaned up, and we're going to head down to the paddock. Boof's off. And I've got 3 fill bins there that need an auger. And I've got 3 augers down at the other site there that I can bring up and I'll chuck in. I don't think I'll bring those other fill bins up here. Just with canola, we won't need the storage. We'll, I know we did it at the beginning of the year, but that was because CBH was closing at 4 o'clock, so we weren't able to get those loads out. But Boof will be able to keep up to us pretty safely. So we'll bring those augers up. If ever I need to bring up the fill bins, I'll bring them up, but I don't think we're going to need them. We'll be able to save them for barley. I could I could really just deliver them down to Hatton's there where the barley is, but I'll just wait. I'll wait and make sure. I really want to avoid using the VBs. Yeah, there's one PS4's down there, so I could bring that one up because that one's a good fill bin. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And then I'm still thinking about mother bin. Still thinking about a mother bin. How I could just have a big mother bin down and then just have 3 PSs with the 3 augers in for wet grain, and just use that for the wet grain blend out. I reckon it could still work quite well doing it that way. So slowly convincing myself, but the price will be the kicker. So things for next year would be the chaser bin. I need to get a new chaser, and then if I go for the mother bin, like a 200-ton mother bin, or if I go for another 100 or 200 tonners, and just get some power packs from Earnshaw or something. That's what I got to weigh up and just see. So let me know what you guys reckon. I know I asked you before, but I still haven't read those comments yet because that video hasn't come out. I don't even think I've edited that video yet. So yeah. I don't even know what was that. The last video? Must have been the last video. That was it. Oh god, I don't know. Starting to lose my days already. So that's harvest. Right, check this out. So I'm lifting this auger up and I'm looking at the belt and I'm going, gee, the belt's getting a bit, you know, what's happening here? And it just so happened that it was facing the right way. Not sure if you guys can see or not, but that grub screw in there has come out. So that grub screw is what holds that pulley in place. So that's just a very lucky coincidence that the soap. It's just a very lucky coincidence that the grub screw was facing this way at that time. Otherwise I would never have picked up on it, and then at one time the bloody pulley would have just fallen off, and yeah, so very lucky. All in line. Now let's see if I actually do have them all in line. It's actually easier to see from a distance, but I can see that this auger is too far that way. This one here looks all right, that's all right, and those ones all right, but that one there too far that way. It's really noticeable when you put them, you know, really close together. Anyway, doing the old service on the augers, just keeping the maintenance up. The white lithium grease is definitely the ticket for this stuff. Nearly empty, but that's why I got more. So I'll just service all these, then chuck some fuel in them. Not that they'll have used much fuel, but I just want to make sure they're all still full anyway. I've got the fuel cans just there, so I might as well use them. And then I actually need to duck down to the shed builders and take a shuttle down for them, just so that they can throw the rubbish in. They're just getting a bit of rubbish accumulate, and they're just wanting to keep it nice and tidy for me. So I'm just going to do that as well, just run that down to them so that they've got that. By that stage, I reckon Buff will be back and we will be into outloading. Now it is, I think it's 3 something. So we should get another one to Cascade, and then we'll get one to town, which will be good. It'll be a bloody good day of outloading too. Even then we had that split load in there. I think that'll be 6 loads. Can't remember. I'll lose count during the day, but it'll be 6 or 7 loads. Well, that's Buff loaded, and he's going to go to Cascade and do another one, and that is how much the boys are done. So they're smashing the hectares. They're out of the worst of it now, so now it's going to be pretty smooth sailing for them, which will be good. Out of the rocks, out of the trees, they're into longish runs, so it'll be a good run for them. So we've got one more load to go to town. I can't even remember if I just said that. I'm just scatterbrained at the moment, but yeah, Buff will come back to another load to town. So yeah, I'm going to leave the video there. Yeah, I'm just going to leave the video there. We're going to do another load and that's about it. Nothing more exciting. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. My November links are down below, and I'll catch you in the next one.